All right, so about 3.5 minutes or so here. 3.5 minutes, and we'll be getting on this thing. And we're gonna do meditation this evening, maybe, unless things kind of change course. I'm still kind of feeling out the evening, but we'll see you all here in about 3 minutes or so. And I do hope everyone is being well, but just hang in there with us as we're trying to work through some stuff here. Hi there, and welcome. I'm Stíofán Séamus, and I am a spiritual healer and advisor and an intuitive reader. As we live our lives, Spirit guides us to and through life situations that can be difficult to understand. It's up to us to decide if we will follow the path that the Creator has set before us, or ignore all the signs and wonders that this universe has to offer. Sometimes we are presented with a life situation where we need further guidance or healing to get through it. As a spiritual advisor and a master Reiki healer, I connect with Source and channel messages and healing specifically for you and your highest good. Having love life issues? Let's talk and see what Spirit would want you to know about the situation right now. Emotional issues? Maybe you're in need of a Reiki session so that we can channel universal life energy to help you realign. Or maybe you are debating a career move and need to know if now is time to make that move. Through our Spirit's mutual understanding, we can seek out those answers and further guidance. As a guide of the light, I challenge you to live your life in a way that is for the betterment of humanity. So message me now to get in line for your reading today. In Light and Love, Stíofán Séamus, Guide of the Light. Well, hello, and yet another fantastic, glorious, wonderful day. For those of you that follow me continuously, sorry I wasn't on yesterday. I just wasn't feeling very well, and I've been having a time getting past readings and stuff uploaded because I just been I don't know, I must be doing something right by doing this because it's just like all the negative energy is trying to be like, you're not feeling good, you don't need to do that, and then it pushes me to not do it. I feel a bit better this evening, so I decided to go ahead and get on and at least do one night for you all this weekend. Here coming up soon, though the schedule is going to change. I will be doing I guess it'll be, let's see. It'll be nine nights straight, starting on a Wednesday. And then I'll be off for 5 nights. On the 5 nights that I'm off, that'll be my upload time. So videos will be being uploaded then of the readings and stuff that was done the 9 days prior. So it's a 9 and 5 schedule. So basically every other weekend for 9 days, but starting on a Wednesday, if that makes sense. It probably won't be this go around or the next week. I'm kind of trying to fill out the CV stuff, and also trying to fill out some other things. I'm just, and also just to feel good myself. So there may be nights that I don't come on at all. Mondays and Tuesdays have been my days that I've been taking off, but this is going to be a full 5-day sabbatical. and the music has stopped. So let me get that started back here. I do thank each and every one of you that do watch. Just a quick update before I get started into anything as far as readings and meditations and stuff go. I have another camera on the way, so that's good news for you folks. If not, for everybody, right? This camera will be hopefully we can do this to where this camera will not be used anymore, and then I'll have a better camera that's on me, and then an even better camera that's on the table that should be able to see the card that's down here, so that you all can actually see the card, the detail in the card, and see the name of the card and all of that. To me, I feel like that's a very important thing. And plus, the imagery on the cards are usually just very breathtaking. I mean, I don't know. Anyways, or they could just not be anything. Hey, but anyways, that's what's going on here and what's new here and what I'm just so tired. We're probably not going to keep everybody very late this evening. We'll probably do this, and then if there's any readings, anybody here that wants to have a reading or whatever, we'll take a couple of readings, maybe two or three, maybe tonight. If they're here to be taken, and then we'll and then we'll move on and just kind of go from there. We'll just have to see. Yeah. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? Okay. During this time of quiet reflection, I'm going to use the Archangel cards, Oracle cards, to give us kind of some context to a meditation. So while I'm shuffling the cards, just take a moment and breathe. Find it in yourself to come to a quiet place, a place of center and gratitude, a place where we can feel out what it is that we need to receive. Slowly taking a breath in and releasing the breath. coming to a place of realization and to center. What does it mean? Where does it come from? Today, the thought that we want to have continues from last week to a point that is to clear your space. Archangel Jophiel says, get rid of clutter. Clear the energy around you and use feng shui. Now, I'm not one to say that I know what feng shui is, but I do know this. Our lives can get very cluttered sometimes. And in the clutterness of it all, it becomes very unclear what the grander picture is. Sometimes we lose sight of what it is that we need to do. And in that, we've lost all focus completely. Humanity doesn't allow for us to take the time. Society calls for our attention and begs us to keep it. So the negative energy around us sometimes we may not notice it. But it may be the one single most obvious thing. So what I want you to do right now in this moment is clear that energy. Bring light into the darkness. Release that doesn't serve you. And allow the light to take over and wrap you in love and peace. And now come back to yourself and to the room. Finding peace, love, and joy within yourself. Thank you. And this has been a meditation moment with Stíofán Séamus. Hello, angel of love, angel of love from YouTube. Welcome. Sorry I didn't say anything earlier. It was right in the middle of a meditation. I hope you're still with me. There is a little bit of a delay. It's a delay on purpose. So, whenever you're trying to do these live things, it's better to be able to make sure that the stream continues and not falls out on you. So that I got a little bit extra delay so that it can pick up that extra what may be dropped. Anyway, so Angel of Love, yes, thank you. Welcome, and welcome to Guide of Light Live. I hope you are well. Anybody else that's out there, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on Twitch, if you're watching on Periscope, also hello and welcome to you as well. Oh boy, man. What a time, what a time. I'm tired of being tired. I know that much. Hang on. If you got your tea, get you a tea. Get you, or, milk and cookies are good too if you want milk and cookies. And sip tea with me and let's chat. And if you'd like to have a reading, we can do that too. That's actually the last of my tea, and I forgot to make some more tea, so I'm going to be out of tea. So I guess I'll have to switch to water here after a while. So, boy, what about that? No, I just want to see the chart. That's not the one that I want. Edit is the 30th. Oh, let's see. So, if it's going to do it for us, I don't know. I've been having some issues with internet today, I think. That's not what I'm wanting. I want... There it is. I need to get a astrological expert. I need to take some astrology classes. I like this chart that I've seen, and it's the astrology. It's the astrology chart. It's the where the planets are within the thing, and whatever. A lot of y'all know what it is, know what I'm talking about. And oh my gosh, I am still recording. Okay. I guess that's one for the editor. So, I do hope that somebody wants to come on and wants to have a reading, because that would be just absolutely fantabulous. But while we're waiting, yes. Let's do an ice reading with one of these new ones, because I think I'm going to be able to, or going to want to. Woohoo! Where's it at? Where are they at? Ah, here we are. Elements. So, Ami Savian. I'm guessing that's Ami. Yes, I am taking one free question. One free question. I do have a menu as well. But yes, one free question. Okay, Amy. I'm sorry. I didn't know for sure, but... yeah, sure. Absolutely. You would be my first one tonight. Absolutely. Well, and here's the thing with what I do is I don't do simply just like one card readings on the free reading. I don't feel right doing that. So what I end up getting is either a 3 or 4 card reading. So we're going to do a 4 card. I'm kind of moving into that a little bit, and the 4 card reading, I do try to give some advice. I mean, I am a spiritual healer and advisor, so I don't just say like, oh well, this is what's happening, and for this much more then you can no, that's not how I roll. That's not my goal here. So okay, Amy, give me just a moment here. All right, Amy. 1, 2, or 3? Okay, I need 4 numbers between 1 and 33. Also, I only read right side up, so. Yes, 4 numbers, yes. Okay, so before all this started, I'm guessing the nine of shields come out. I'm guessing that there was everything was quite mutual. Uh, Things were good. Like you all were able to kind of pursue your own interests, but you were also able to rely on one another to be there if you needed the other person. Okay. The next card is strength, and what comes up with strength says that could indicate one will need strength to take back one's loving power. Though this is a positive card for relationships already in progress. Um, so this is in the place of challenge, um, challenges to the situation. Um, and so so right, right. So I don't want to read too much into the strength just yet without looking at the Three of Cauldrons, because the Three of Cauldrons in the um is in the place of the advice. Hmm. So the Three of Cauldrons again brings up a happy time in a relationship. Um, okay. Yeah, I mean, I would say that that would be correct. I'm not seeing anything really worrisome here. Um, that would lead me to believe that uh, there is anything uh, really negative with the relationship. Uh, the Five of Cups uh, comes up in the um, outcome position, which that talks about, that with it being in the outcome position, that talks about needing to let a relationship go. But the thing that I see with the Five of Cups is that there is a chance to redeem uh, yourself or ourselves in this matter. If going to speak universally here, in that with the Five of Cups, you have over here the two empty cauldrons, and then you have the one cauldron that's spilt over. And this individual seems to be grieving because all that they see are the three cups that are empty with one spilt, when in behind them there are two other cups that that are full to the brim. And and in this deck, what's also in the picture is a warthog, and for this deck, what that means is stubbornness. Okay. And so maybe you need to be more there's a need for you to be more stubborn with yourself about trusting that everything's okay. What I'm seeing is that you're anxious about it. So does that mean I'm focusing on the disappointments I felt toward what's going on right now between me and him? I think that would probably be right. I I feel a sense of like I feel a sense of like holding on to something that you need to let go of. It's a negative energy situation, and it's not really your fault exactly. It's a matter of overthinking, and that's what it's what jumps out at me here, is that there's nothing really here that is to fear. So this individual here is looking at the situation, and though this is in the outcome position, it can also kind of really represent kind of like right now too, in that right now you're looking at this and you're like, but he's not doing this and he's not doing that, and I just don't understand. And I get it. I get it. I wished I could. I wished I would be able to turn around and look at the full cups. But sometimes we just don't. And so sometimes we just need to kick ourselves in the rear end and say, "Hey, wake up. There are other things to be more focused on. Not that he's not worth being focused on, but it's like you're holding on to something that doesn't need to be held on to." I talk a lot about how we need to let go of things that no longer serve us. Okay? So this energy that you have right now of the worry and the anxiety and the oh my goodness, that's got to be, you got to let that go. Because that's what's going to hold you back from admiring the relationship overall. And the overall relationship here that I see is that it is a loved relationship. You all are exclusive. You said that you were exclusive, so you're not exactly together, but you're together, right? Okay. Is that what you want? Is that what you both want? Or is that what he wants? Like, is this mutual that it's this way? Or is it that that's what he wants? Wasn't sure whether it was to be exclusive. Okay. So maybe it's like time to Difference in religious reasons. What's the difference? Buddhist and Orthodox Christian. Okay. I am Christo-pagan, and my partner is atheist. And I mean, by partner, I mean like we live together. So I believe that there is a way that you could make it work, but that's my non-professional, personal, biased opinion, I guess you could say. Petchi Kim. There are worse things. Petchi Kim, yes, it is possible that you could ask a question. I may do a reading for you if you would like. Then he needs to follow his heart. And not I that would be my advice on his behalf, as he needs to follow his heart. How does John feel toward me now? Okay. So, Petchi, let's see what the cards would say. Amy, I believe he'll have to really be willing to follow his heart. If he's going to go with what his folks think because of religious values, then that's kind of a thing of pride, and it may not work. If he wants to actually follow his heart, then he should do that. And quite frankly, I mean, I hate to be blunt about it, but say whatever about what the parents think or whatever. But that's just me. I dealt with myself. I dealt with having to come to terms with being gay and being in the Christian belief and all of this. And eventually I had to follow my heart and remove myself from what was not serving me. And that was a belief that was harming me more than not. So, all right, Amy, I'm going to have to move on to Petchy here. Okay, so Petchy. Thank you. Welcome to the show. I do thank you for your question. You asked, how does John feel toward me now? We're in separation. Do you see us coming back in the future? So, we're going to ask the cards, what does Petchy need to know about their relationship right now? Relationship with John, specifically. How does this look? What does Petchy need to know? Okay. Petchy is 1, 2, or 3. All right, Petchy. 4 numbers between 1 and 24. Oh, wait. That was 3. 9. I need 3 more numbers, Petchy. One more. Okay. Since you've been with John, have you learned about yourself? How to put this? Like, learned some new things about yourself that you didn't quite know, like maybe personality wise, or maybe a fear that you thought you had that you didn't have or that you overcame? Okay. This has been a very different relationship for you, hasn't it? Okay. Because this card is in the situation position. Uh, this is equilibrium. In the regular deck, it's temperance. Suggests a relationship that has the potential to teach one a great deal about oneself. So it's kind of a lessons learned card. Relationship could be right for the individual, but they should allow it to unfold. So this kind of it is kind of unfolding in its own right. Okay. So the challenge card is the six of shields, or the six of pentacles. So generally this card would mean that there is financial stability, that some control issues over money. So I'm kind of getting that it's not as much about as okay. Yes, Shauna, you can get a reading as soon as I'm done with Pachi, Pechi, Pechi. I don't know, whatever. You've been answering anyways. As soon as I get done with Pechi from YouTube, yes. So, I'm going to guess, Pechi, that one of you is maybe a little bit more liberal with your money, and the other is a bit more conservative. One of you is more, I don't know that I would say fiscally responsible, but that's what it would be. Is that what the issue is? Okay. So the card in the situation position, or in the in the advice position, is 7, the Chariot. It talks about reconciling opposing forces for successful relationships, not to let one's painful emotions rule or dominate themselves. So, unifying opposing forces. The white dragon wants to go this way, and the black dragon wants to go that way. Okay. And so they are hitched together, thus being forced to take the same path. I'm not saying that you all need to get hitched, but as soon as you come together on, a way forward, then that's when things can start moving for you. Okay. I feel like maybe there's a bit of a hold up in the relationship because of this. And so with that, steps have got to be taken to reconcile those differences, so that instead of one of you pulling to one way or the other more than the other, it's kind of a communication thing. Don't it could be that could be more than anything. That could be just what's going on right now. Everybody's stress level is way up here. The energy that's out there right now, like all of us in the light worker realm, we've all felt this very high buzz energy among the celestial realm, and it has really kind of bled over to us. Woohoo! Yeah, make that thing fly. It has bled over to us quite a bit, and now it's really like starting to affect. I'm not seeing a third party. I don't see a third party in this at all. The outcome card is the Magician. So this suggests a relationship where one manifests what one needs. One is able to tap into one's magic to bring about joy. So, try to align in yourself what you would like to see further, and whether or not it's with him or with somebody else, this thought and this feeling can come to fruition. There's some funny things with with manifestations, that in believing that these X things are going to happen, you also have to be willing to accept that Y things may also happen. And so if the things don't happen exactly the way that you want them to, that's not an answer to, that's not the answer that we was looking for in our manifestation, but it's the answer that we needed. Okay. And the biggest, most highest point, and I try to make this point as often as I can to everybody, is you got to do what is best for your highest self. Otherwise, if you don't serve your higher self, then you're not going to be able to serve. You're not going to be able to serve him. You're not going to be able to serve yourself, your self. You're not going to be able to serve your friends. You're going to be very lost. And so centering ourselves, grounding ourselves, coming back to center and being able to say, this is what I need to do, it is where it's going to be. And so keep that in mind. Follow self, the higher self. Meditation is very powerful. So I hope that has helped you and has answered your question. Thank you, Betsy, for coming on and asking your question. We sure do appreciate it. If you would like, Petchy, I have a if you would like to give a donation, I have a link to my PayPal in the description below. And you can do that, and I will be forever grateful. Of course, if you don't do that, that's fine with me as well. But you've been a great joy being on here, and your gratefulness shines through. Really, really it does. Really, really. Oh, boy. Let's see. Shauna, na. Shauna from Periscope. Be more than happy to have you on. All right. Okay, Shauna. What is your question? I am well. How are you? Okay. Shauna is going to be getting a general reading. Just kind of getting a check-in. She wants to know what she needs to know for her life. Haven't they, though, girl? Listen. You heard me talk about the energies earlier, didn't you? About how whenever all this stuff started, all the celestial energy just kind of really ramped up. Okay, Shauna. 1, 2, or 3? Okay, we'll see what the cards come out for you, okay? Okay, Shauna. 4 numbers between 1 and 24. And if there's anybody else that is watching, please go to my YouTube, like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're on Twitch or Periscope, I can put the link to the YouTube channel into the comments, the chat there, and you'll have a link to do that directly. 7. You can also like my Facebook page, facebook.com/Guide of the Light. Also, you can find me on Twitter at Guide of the LIGH1. Okay, so the situation card is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands uh, suggest a lot of ideas or people or task uh, is getting in the individual's way, in the way of the individual, in your way, and are all battling for the individual's attention. There is a lot of drama surrounding the situation. It looks and feels like a dog fight. So I don't know that I would say necessarily a dog fight, but I do feel this overwhelming sense of being pulled in a whole bunch of different directions. Everybody's trying to get your attention and all this, and it's just like, oh my gosh, just make it stop. A lot to do. Okay, yeah. Uh, and like I said, it just feels like I just want it to stop. That's just it's uh that's just what I'm picking up here, is that um so that's that. Um the challenge, the card in the challenge position is the 10 of Cups. So the 10 of Cups is traditionally known as like the family card, like just overall known for the family card. It says there's a strong sense of joy and belonging, a time to celebrate with family. One is full of emotional potential and has been an emotional. One's full emotional potential has been reached. So so since this is in the conflict part of the reading, it's the conflict that is causing, or that is going against the situation. So this is more of like an internal family issue, which checks out from what I understand, because you got some stuff going on with your daughter. Okay. So the the card in the advice position for this reading is the Seven of Cups, and I want to take a moment just to get into that. I want to take a moment to get into that seven of cups. The seven of cups says this is a time of decision. There may be several options, and you just don't know what to do. This is a time that you really need to look within and follow your heart and making the decision that is for your highest good. And there again, we're talking about the highest good thing again. And this could be this is for both you and her. Okay. So taking that moment, you got all of this stuff that's going on, and it's overwhelming, I know. But taking that moment to say, okay, I'm going to stop. I am going to assess the situation, and I am going to do what is best for my higher good. And taking a moment to pause and do that is what's going to help clear all of this up. All of this. Because it looks like to me that right now you need some structure. You need some order. And you're not getting it. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a reflection on you. It's not a reflection on her. It's not a reflection on anybody. Okay. And that's good. That's good. But you really need to remember to take your time in this. Because the thing is, and I know you can't see it in this card, but you see you got all these cups up here. You got one cup over here that's got a rose in it. Another one right here in front has a strand of pearls around the top of the rim of the cup, of the cauldron. And on each cauldron, there's inscribed a different symbol, which means something different. And not that there's anything here that is going to be bad for you. But there are going to be things here that certain things are going to be more good for you than other things. And making certain that you select what is for your highest good is what's going to be key. It will come to you, but you got to be able to serve what's best for you as well. Because it's not going to be just one of these, oh, well, this is what we got to do. It's got to be what's best for your highest good as well. So let me move on to the outcome here for you. The outcome is the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands says your investments are bringing good outcomes, and there may be a partnership and more support from those that are close to you. Remember to have patience. Your plans are working out for your highest good. Could indicate travel. Don't think it's going to be indicating that. So things will work out. That's what this card is saying. Things will work out the way that they're supposed to work out. And things will work out for your highest good. As long as you do what's best for your highest good. And that's what this outcome is. If you do this, then this happens. But this is going to take patience. So is this. Don't lose hope. Hang in there. You are very welcome, and I thank you for letting me read you. You have been such a joy to have one this evening, and everybody that was on this evening was a joy to have one. It has been a very good night for some readings. Very good readings. Very good crowd. So we're going to move into final thoughts from the Guide of the Light. And the final thoughts is, well, what seemed to be our overall theme, which is kind of my overall theme. You know, in the introduction, there's a line that I always say. And though I tell people to do what's best for their highest good, I also want people to do this one thing. And really, whenever they live their life in a way that is for their highest good, this thing happens anyways. So live your life for your highest good. So that you may live your life in a way that is for the betterment of humanity. That is my challenge to each and every one of you. So as you go forth from here, take the advice that was given to you today. Lean on it. And think, is this really serving me? Or is there something that I can do that is going to better suit my higher good? In light and love, Stíofán Séamus, Guide of the Light. I do thank each and every one of you for watching this evening. If you would, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Guide of the Light. And like me on there as well. You can also follow me on Twitter. I post some things on there once in a while. You can also get notifications of whenever I go live on there. That's at Guide of the LIGH1. That's the number 1. I don't know. I didn't put that in there. It was a Twitter thing. And yeah, if you're a Periscope or a Twitch viewer, best way to catch me is to get onto the YouTube channel, and that keeps up with my views and watches and all of this a little bit better. I would hope to get more people to subscribe, and then maybe eventually we can get to where we can use Super Chat, which would be really, really cool and awesome, because then there's some features that I'd like to do to have Super Chat with, but we got to get there first. So anyways, thank you again for watching, and this has been Guide of the Light Live.